Hello, and welcome to the Political Stoicast, where Stoic philosophy meets political reality. I'm your host, Chibuzi Notum, and I'll be taking you on this journey as we navigate the political world around us through the lens of a Stoic. In this episode, I want to invite you into my inner citadel to reflect on the year we've had developing this podcast and review the pros, the cons, and the path forward for the show. This year was nonetheless a growing experience where I learned and discovered what this show is meant to be and how it effectively plays a vital role in our political discourse that happens every day. We know that politics is a sensitive subject, no matter where you are in the world, and I wanted to build something that can help us move through our emotions to equip us to face any challenge we are confronted with. With that being said, I am proud that my voice has been able to reach people across oceans, being heard in India, the United Kingdom, Egypt, Greece, and my home of the United States of America. It is a privilege to know that with Stoicism I am able to tap into these segments of people no different than me, trying to find meaning in the struggles we go through as humans. Looking into 2026, I wish to continue producing content to grow this podcast, and with that comes improvements and changes I wish to make. First, in producing my contest and working on script writing next year, I want to go beyond the text of the philosophers to grow my voice and my interpretation as a practitioner of Stoicism. Understanding the text is important, but utilizing it in a practical sense for listeners to understand is the second step I try to focus on this season. Next season, I expect to hear a more natural voice of reason, one that detaches from the lines of the writers and focuses on my understanding that encapsulates the need for unity in our cosmopolitan. The second point of focus for next year is addressing quality control issues in production. When I started this year, I began this on a very low budget as an independent creator. I focused on drawing out my ideas through my writing. While I'm still in this process and still growing my podcast, I'm aware of the low quality audio issues. While there are very few fixes to this at this stage, I want to let all listeners know that this is just the beginning, and I have many more growing pains to get through before we can expect a professionally produced piece of work. So don't leave yet. Third on the list is marketing. When I started this year, I created both an Instagram and an X account to market my new episodes for listeners to keep up on the topics I cover. Looking at the trends and the format and shape of my podcast, next year I will be abandoning my X account, and you can find me in all podcast updates solely on Instagram at the Political Stoicast as my handle. As new opportunities arise, I will continue to look for spaces and channels to share my work, so look out for new developments on this as well. And with this, I go back to my original point of growing my own voice through my podcast. In 2026, I want to incorporate a new segment in every episode titled The Emperor in You, asking listeners to question themselves and create their own solutions to the problems we face. Emperor Marcus Aurelius being an essential figure in my Stoic journey, I want to use his position and his outlook to grow the minds of my audience to ask commanding questions. Marcus was the most powerful man in the universe, and through him we gain the view from above. But what if we were Marcus Aurelius in the world we live in today? How would we handle the changing oceans of the world? And how would we conquer ourselves before conquering the world? As a vital part of philosophy, I wish to get listeners thinking more critically and deeply to understand that the power to create change lies in us. How we place our judgments and how we act in the world when confronted with adversity is what creates the difference we see play out before us. The Emperor and you will create our new point of vital reflection that puts power in the hands of us, leading us to focus on the change in ourselves and the change we create in the world. And with this, I will let the dichotomy of control take the reins as I control the parts in my power and leave the rest to fate. Thank you.